Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy election day. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, I want to share with you some of my concerns about if Donald Trump wins this election. This has something to do with recently what he just said. I believe it was Sunday at a rally. Once again, he talks about the fake news. Personally, I think the free press is one of the most beautiful things we have in this country. The ability to share information, to report information to the citizens of this country, honest news. Things have changed since the 60s. You look back at, I wasn't alive, I was born in 66, but I remember even the 70s. I actually remember at 3 years old watching the moon landing in 69. I actually remember that in black and white TV. Anyway, like with Walter Cronkite, it was more objective, where they just reported the news and they didn't really take a side. Me personally, I think this has a lot to do with who owns that. News has become a big corporate business, and the people that own the news are opinionated, like Rupert Murdoch and Fox News. And, I think it directly influences his wealth. So he skews the news, and and then CNN kind of, in my opinion, CNN reports the truth, but they tend to hammer Trump, but I don't see CNN being intentionally dishonest, where I see Fox News being intentionally dishonest, like about the 2020 election, where they actually got fined for reporting fake news. Okay, so at this rally, Trump, again, this is what worries me about Donald Trump. If he wins, he's repeatedly, I'm afraid that we're going to end up with like something like state-run TV or state-run news, like North Korea or China or Russia, where the news has to be approved by a special board. What can be reported on the news? What's officially considered news? That's what I'm afraid of with Donald Trump, and that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like he is headed for. He doesn't like anybody criticizing him. Anything that is negative to him is fake, isn't true. But we know that's not the truth. He just recently, I think he filed suit against CBS for $10 billion. I think it was. He threatened to yank the license of the New York Times, and this is what I'm concerned about, or even worse. So at this rally the day before yesterday, he talked about the glass, the bulletproof glass all around him. And he said, the link for this will be right down below so you could actually see what he said, word for word. And he talked about how there wasn't bulletproof glass in just one place, and that's where the fake news is. I assume this is so the TV cameras can get a direct shot of him, not through the glass. And he went on to say something along the lines like, if anybody was going to have a shot at me, they'd have to go through them first or shoot them first. And he says, I'm okay with that. And it's stuff like this. When I actually watch this clip, this is something, I don't know why I tend to do this. I'm more interested in the supporters. When I see a clip like this, I specifically watch the people behind him and their expressions and their reactions, because I want to know. I don't understand how anybody could fall for something like this, how anybody could support a man like Donald Trump. And I watch their faces. And as he's saying this, when he says fake news, they all cheer, and when he talks about shooting through them, they all start cheering. And it's just, I just can't believe the animosity, the violent talk, the hatred, the willingness to support a dictator. It's just unimaginable to me. These supporters, I'll leave you with this one last thought. These supporters, they remind me of the flat earth believers, people that believe in the flat earth. How like people that believe in the flat earth will call science, fake science or junk science. When things have been proven that of course the world is round, but they call science fake science because it just doesn't conform to their bizarre view of the world being flat. So they call it fake. And that's exactly what these Trump supporters remind me of. Anything that doesn't flatter or hold Trump up on a pedestal is considered fake. And it appears like they really believe that. And their willingness to go to violence to quiet, to shut people like that up. Like they're okay with that, with the press being silenced, or state-run press, like I said, like North Korea or China. We'll see. I hope Trump doesn't win. So we'll see. Have a good Tuesday. Go out and vote.